Well, I used to be around an artist named Lyrical. He's a big soca artist, and Lyrical kind of taught me everything I know when it came to like structuring songs and writing music. Like all my songs, I wrote myself from 8 till now, and it's because I used to sit down and I used to watch how Lyrical would write his verse to a song, or how he would structure his songs. And as he's recording, he'll tell me certain things, even little things like, you should stand up when you record instead of sitting, because when you sit, you get lazy, so your energy might be naturally down. It's like little things like that that make the biggest changes. So, and I still take them and listen and learn and nurture them to this day. Like even things like, you got to put a little bridge right before your hook, and you got to make sure your hook is something that's big and universal. Those are the types of things that I always pay attention to. So I kind of always kept that strategy, and I was very obedient. I was kind of like a sponge. Like at age like 11, I made my mother buy me a computer, and I literally taught myself how to engineer it to the point where I was recording my songs myself in my room. At like 4 or 5 in the morning, I'll be recording, and then I'll go to sleep for like an hour and wake up for school at 7. So it was just kind of like a sponge effect, like just me sitting around. And I feel like, when you tap into something that you love and have a passion for, you'll, take your time to learn it no matter what. So it kind of helped me because, it's kind of like I already know how I want my voice to sound, because it's like I've taught myself how to engineer. So when I'm in these studios with these different people, I don't got to stick to one person, because I could tell you, put the filter on my voice here, do this with the beat, and, you're going to know. So the creation of Act Bad was really special, that studio session. Well, Drewski, he had hit me up, and he was just like, come to the studio, let's make a record. Because at the time, he was working on his album. And so I pulled him to the studio, and he was playing me a couple of the beats, and we got down to these 2 beats that I really liked, and so it just gave feeling, so I just sat there and I vibed it, and I came up with the song, and it was just fun things. Like I stick to myself in a corner, and I write my verse and I go about it. And that session, I was kind of not really more open, like no one was writing anything for me, but it was just more like a vibe. I was actually paying attention to the vibe that was in the room, so it was like to a point in the song where I'm like, hold on, wait. It was a point where, I just wrote up to that point, and everybody kept saying, hold on, wait. So I was like, I guess that's what I'm going to say next, and I did it. And it was, kind of like the climax of the song. And then it was just a great vibe, and playing like a little Act Bad lingo in there. Like it just made it fun. And that was really like a special session for me, because that was kind of like the first time I had like a lot of my friends there. And, everybody was just vibing, and we really just bounced off of each other. My outro is going to be something I think is really dope. My outro and my intro. Like my intro, I'd have like 3 different intros. I've been working on a mixtape intro for years, because I've been saying about I wanted to make a project, but I just wanted it to be the right time. I made like 3 different intros, and then last minute, Dizzy Banko, he had sent me a beat. And I'm like, this is my intro. So I went and I made the intro. Mind you, at the time, I already locked and loaded, mixed and mastered, and submitted what was going to be my intro for the tape. And I was like, no, I wrote to it, and it became my intro. The outro was one of my favorite songs ever, actually, because it just felt like the cleanest record, and the things that I'm talking about, like the flow, everything about it is just so smooth, and it's easy on the air. And I think the closing of it kind of like puts like that bow on the gift box. So it's just like, it was amazing. And I love how everything came together from beginning to end. I think it's really exciting to be a creative right now, because it's just the internet. Like I think the internet is one of like the biggest tools. Like everybody, there's a fan, and there's a celebrity for everybody. There's a person who has opinions for everybody. Like you could find anybody that you're looking for on the internet. Like there's gonna be somebody that is alike, or you guys have the same liking in some way, shape, or form. So I think that, Bruce, so many entrepreneurs, people who are working for themselves, they're like, you know what? Even things like ASMR, like who would have ever known that's a whole community of people who like to listen to people eat. Like I literally be sitting down on YouTube and I watch these people get millions of views for eating. Like they're not showing their face, nothing, but that's just the power of the internet. And so I feel like this is an amazing time to be an entrepreneur or just be a creative, because you have things like TikTok. People are going viral for doing voiceovers in somebody else's funny video. Like you literally could just be anything that you want to be. So I think that people should just take that opportunity and just have fun and see where it goes, but obviously do it in the right way.